Okay guys, so when we look at the triangles that are compared to triangle BCD, right? Triangle BCD over here, right? We see the fact that there are corresponding angles here and also a common angle over there. So this makes CAE corresponding to BCD. But because it's BCD, we follow 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it will be triangle ACE, right? And later on, if you take a closer look at the corresponding angles, not corresponding, sorry, the alternate angles, you realize that the angle over here at F is the same as the angle at C. And then if you were to take a look at the angle at H, you realize also that there is another Z, right? So it will equate to each other. So if that is the case, then triangle in the same order 1, 2, 3, triangle HFD is similar to triangle BCD. Okay, so to calculate the length of BD, so what we do see is that BD is part of a bigger parallelogram. So do you see a parallelogram here? And then what we do know is that this is 16 cm, this is 18 cm, AB is 10 cm, which makes the other side 10 cm because it's a parallelogram. So what we can do though is to use the ratio of BC, which is 6 cm, is to the AC, right? So BC is to AC is 6 is to 16, which is also going to give me the ratio of BD is to AE, which means that this is also 6 cm. Now that we have gotten BD, EG is using the fact that parallelograms have the same side length, so this would be 6 plus 18, giving me 24 cm. So EG would be 24 minus 16 cm, which is 8 cm. Now because EG is similar to DH, then we can say that EG is 8 is to 18 compared to X is to X plus 10. Because let's say we call the smaller part of FGX. Then 18x equals to 8x plus 80. 10x equals to 80. Therefore, x equals to 8. So x is 8 cm. So FG is 10, which is 8 plus 10 equals 18. And EG is equal to 8. Bobina is 1.6 meters tall. She stands in front of a 3.5 meter tall lamppost. How far is she from the base? We use the fact that the similar triangles have the same ratio. So 1.6 is to 3.5 will give me 16 is to 35, right? If the length of her shadow, which is this shadow, is 2 meters, then we want to find the length of the end of the shadow to the pole, okay, which is then going to be 35 over 16 times 2 meters, okay, which is 4.375. So we take 4.375 minus 2 meters is then going to be 2.375 meters, and that would be the meters over here. Okay, so it follows the 1.6 is to 3.5 ratio. Okay, Bobina moves 20 cm because the shadow, right? The shadow is here. The shadow is here. Okay, Bobina moves 20 cm towards the lamppost. So you then draw a new diagram, 20 cm towards the lamppost, 2.175 meters away from the lamppost. The shadow is new. The shadow is new, so we do not know the length of the shadow, right? But we do know that the ratio is still 1.6:3.5. Okay, so we say that 1.16:35 equals to question mark over question mark plus 2.175. So we cross multiply. 35 question mark equals to 16 question mark plus 2.175 times 16, which is 34.8. So 35 minus 16 equals to 19 question mark equals to 34.8. 34.8 divided by 19 question mark equals to 1.83. So the length of her shadow now is around 1.83 meters.